White River Road and Barlow Road. You'll want to check before you head up to that area.
Well, both California and Oregon are in a state of emergency because of wildfires we're seeing right now. We know at least one fire, the Mosier Creek fire, was started by people.
So that means going into this nice weekend, as people head to the outdoors, I'll be one of them, they need to be extra careful. So joining us live to talk about safety and how they're dealing with all of these wildfires is Chief Deputy State Marshal Mariana, sorry, I mispronounced your name, Mariana Ruiz-Temple. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So overall, how do you think that we're doing with the wildfires across the state right now? I mean, I've been out at the Mosier Creek fire last week, and I was out yesterday at the 7 Mile Hill Road fire. So it's just, I mean, right one next to the other, and it's happening very, very often.
Yeah, here in Oregon, I think we got to a very, pretty slow start from what I think we were originally forecasting and expecting. But when we started to see Mosier become one of the #1 fires, at least in our geographic area, we started to feel that we were really into fire season. Then over the last 24 to 48 hours, the Northwest Coordination Center has sent out about 8 to 9 incident management teams, which really means that we have a significant amount of fire in Oregon and Washington. We've even had to bring in additional incident management teams to handle the fires that we're seeing, a lot of them starting during the last lightning burst that we saw come through. But surely within Wednesday, Thursday, we were looking at a significant amount of fire in
Yeah,
Oregon.
we've certainly seen an uptick this week. And at the same time, we're seeing these California fires absolutely exploding. The state, to our south is dealing with this as well. We've had some firefighting crews from Oregon go to assist in some of the Northern California efforts. So I'm curious, how do we manage that, making sure we still have enough resources on hand for our state? But yeah, what are you seeing in California right now too?
Yeah, so the Office of State Fire Marshal did send 5 task forces through our Oregon Fire Mutual Aid system, and we really have to balance whether we are in a position where Oregon can provide resources based on the type of fire activity we're seeing here. We check that system daily in Oregon. We're very lucky with the local fire service in terms of their ability to provide resources. On any given day, we could get between 15 to 17 task forces. And the type of fire that we're seeing here in Oregon is not the type of fire that you see impinging immediate jeopardy into a community. They're really those wildland fires out in the wilderness. There are few homes and structures, but we feel very good about the amount of resources that we have to protect those types of fires. So when we're looking at our neighbors to the south and in constant conversation with them, when they're losing 200 homes on one fire, and that's just one fire alone, we have to ask ourselves, based on the weather that we're seeing moderating, the type of fires that we're seeing, whether it makes better sense to use those resources to help save property and people rather than sitting here based on the weather conditions. But certainly our primary focus is here to Oregon, knowing that we feel comfortable that we can help the state of California at this time.
And we did talk about how at least the Mosier Creek fire was human caused. So what do you think is leading that? Is it campfires? Is it people who are, working out with equipment at hot times? What is the most common thing, and what do you want people to know?
What's I think important for us in the fire service is that 75% of wildland fires are started by humans, and that's on any given year. We are seeing an uptick this year, upwards of 83 to 85%. In fires in homes, we're seeing upticks of fires in kitchens. So I think a lot of it in terms of structures has to do with people being home. As it relates to wildland, we are seeing an uptick as well. So like I said, about 10%. I think what's the most important thing is personal responsibility. Firefighters will be there, may be there, but it's really our responsibility to make sure we're taking care of campfires. We don't leave them unattended. We're not using equipment in grass, high flammable, high temperature settings, that our equipment that we're using is maintained. Anything that we can do to help ourselves, should we need to call 911, is really where we need to be.
Yeah.
But
Mariana, I
yeah,
don't mean to cut you
certainly.
off. We're almost out of time, but I did want to ask you, we were really concerned going into this fire season, how our crews were going to be able to move around and fight these fires given COVID-19 concerns. Just real quickly, have you seen any COVID-19 spread among fire crews? Do the systems we put in place appear to be keeping everyone safe?
Yeah, we have not seen significant spread. We haven't seen any cases. I was on the Mosier Creek fire, and what we're doing is creating that physical distancing, mask wearing, and doing everything we can to protect our firefighters and the communities that we're serving.
Okay, that's at least some good news to know as we send our crews out working very hard this summer. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate your
Thank you.
time.